guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Paula, and on this platform we discuss about designer fashion, luxury and lifestyle, but in a more practical and sensible way. Let's talk about bags. In today's video, let's discuss about discontinued handbags that have stolen my heart or that I'm still dreaming about. And with discontinued bags, I'm not gonna focus on vintage bags, but more or less on handbags that have been discontinued within the past 20 years or so, which might be borderline vintage, but maybe not quite. To make it a bit more interesting, I decided I will not include the two discontinued bag models that I have. So the Dior Diorama bags or the Vuitton LockMe, the second BB. But I would rather focus on handbags I don't own, but I'm so much thinking about. Because I thought that might be more interesting and also kind of spicing it up a bit with bags I don't have. The first bag, and that's kind of the motivator as a whole for this video, is the Celine Trapèze bag. I don't know why I've, within the recent months, been quite fixated on this bag. And it's so difficult to explain why, because why? But for some reason, I see myself kind of looking for it on the pre-owned market, looking at the condition. This has had rough years. I feel like this particular bag doesn't maybe age that well, or then people have actually loved their bags so much that they tend to look quite tired. On the flip side, there is now a pre-owned buyer's market. I'm not sure if I created a new kind of market category, but basically if you are into this bag, now's a good time to purchase it from the pre-owned market because the prices are pretty good. And that's a bit tempting to me, especially with bags that tend to get very tired. I think the prices go low pretty quickly unless it is like super hyped bag, which I think the Trapeze was, but maybe is not that much anymore, and kind of resembles the belt bag that is currently still sold. So maybe the Trapeze has kind of been left in the background. But I think it's a classic, and as far as I've understood, if you buy the bigger size, so I think it is called the medium if I'm not mistaken, you are able to fit a laptop into that. But I feel like in general it would be such a fabulous like work bag, but it wouldn't be too official or kind of stiff, and maybe the relaxed look that these get when they are a bit older or more used kind of helps with the relaxed look. But this is like I'm obsessed with it, and that kind of gave the inspiration for this video, because I just find myself kind of locating towards looking at that bag from the pre-owned market. The second on my list is also from Celine, and it is the Big Bag. Is that what it's called? I think it is. If it's not, I'll have the corrections on the screen. This bag was also discontinued by Celine, and actually when I visited Paris and the La Vallée outlet village, in the Celine store, they did have these bags, and they were very, very expensive. So I don't recall how much these bags were originally in the boutique. I'm assuming a lot, because the outlet price was still, in my eyes, a lot. But that's the thing with Celine though. I think like buying new from the store, the prices are pretty high usually, but it might also be for the fact that they are leather inside and out. So at least I haven't come across with many Celine bags that would have like a fabric lining or something like that. They usually are leather, like suede, etc., which then will show wear quite quickly. That's the other side of Celine bags. But it also makes me feel like they look like alive, especially with suede. So yeah, it's like a good and a bad thing with Celine. But anyway, so I think like this bag looks really cool. It's like a big tote, but it has a little like a little edge, and that's like in general what I love about Celine. So yeah, that's kind of the second one on my list. But hey, before we move on to the third one, and I maybe got your attention since you are still watching, if you enjoy these types of videos, then you most likely are gonna enjoy this channel as well. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, it would mean so much to me, but definitely please do come back here. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I think you would also like it here. Third, and this is gonna be a Chanel bag, and Chanel is not a brand that I talk a lot on this channel, especially not from the point of view of me wanting something of Chanel origin. But the bag that I have in my mind is, did you watch The Hills in the early 2000s? And Lauren Conrad had this bag. It's the Chanel Medallion tote. And this is also something I have been looking at it quite often. And at least I feel like that. I might be completely wrong, but living in Chanel world, the resale prices on the Chanel Medallion totes, they are actually okay. This is just my very subjective opinion, so remember that. But like for some reason, I feel like the prices are okay for being Chanel. And I have seen many Medallion totes in quite good condition actually. So yeah, I really like the look of it. And we have been living in a world with mini bags quite many years. So as fashion kind of rotates, we are gonna head towards bigger bags coming back. That's how I believe. Not sure when, but that's just how it goes. Big to small and then back to big. So this would be like a perfect one for that. Plus this would fit a lot, like the regular basic stuff, but also like umbrellas, water bottles, if you would need some specific items. Not sure about laptop, but I would say like a tablet at least. And yeah, I think this looks quite cool. The fourth and the fifth bags are actually from Dior, and keeping it with the bigger bag family. Do you guys remember the UltraDior bag? It's a tote, but it has the Dior canage print on it and the handles. I think it looks very nice, and I would say like work appropriate, because yes, it is like Dior, but it's not that branded, so it could be quite good. And you probably could fit a laptop in this, at least that's how I see it from the photos. But yeah, I think this bag looks super nice. And if I'm completely honest, I haven't been recently looking from the pre-owned websites what's the resale market for this one, since I've been so obsessed with the trapeze bag. But I would imagine that Dior's resale value, and then having a discontinued non-hyped bag, that it would actually be quite good. So yeah, I have that on my mind. And the fifth bag being Dior Ever bag. I think someone might also call it a tote, but I think this is super chic. This would also be work appropriate in the bigger sizes, because it might fit some work stuff in there, but like the smaller ones with the crossbody straps, and I think this looks so nice. This might be Dior's response to the Hermes Kelly bag, response inspired by type of piece, but yet again, so is probably the Sac de Jour, also from Saint Laurent, like looking at Birkin. Anyway, so brands do get inspiration from each other. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, so I think this is super, super pretty. I have seen this in at least Bicester Village, the designer outlet in close to London. This has been sold in the outlets. I haven't been there in a couple of years, so I'm not quite sure if it's still there, but once Dior discontinued it, they took it to the outlet. But I think this is a really beautiful bag, and I mean, if I would come across with a well-priced individual, I might as well just snatch it. That was it. Those were my 5 current obsessions from the discontinued bag category. I'm not sure if this has been like a tag or anything, and I'm not going to be creating any kind of tags, but I would be so curious to know if you do have some discontinued handbags that you just kind of have in your mind, and if you have more of them and you happen to have a YouTube channel, I would be very curious to watch that type of video if there is actually some that you would like to share. But anyway, let's continue the discussion in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!